3, 2, 1.
Check it out.
All right. What is support and resistance? By definition, are certain predetermined levels of price of a security at which it is thought that the price will tend to stop and reverse. These levels are denoted by multiple touches of price without a breakthrough of the level. Support, which is what I have as my green line here, has a tendency to bounce off of this due to demand for the stock. If the price falls below it, it most likely will become resistance. Again, I can't see anything in the chat here, so if I'm wrong, please point me out and embarrass the heck out of me. Resistance is the opposite of support. Price tends to bounce back. Excuse me. Bounces back down at this level due to selling. But if this pushes through this level, it most likely will become support. Beware of false breakouts. I'm not going to lie to you, I'm horrible at the false breakouts. It gets me every time. It's not another class for somebody else that is better at spotting that stuff than me. Or we might even have something in our library there. So, first thing when I chart this out is, most importantly, zoom out and look left. The way how this is zooming out for me on here, this is about as far out as I can go, or otherwise it really gets screwed up for me here. As you can see, I need to be able to see what's going on, but this is where all the doohickeys, thingies, and whatchamadoos come in place into my terminology. I'm very educated, yes, I'm like Rain Man. I have I don't know if you guys can hear this, but that's a book of terms that I've learned that I try to keep track of since I've joined this Discord. I've learned a lot from here. I'll continue to learn. Here's a good example. Chris MP in chat one day was talking about island something. So I'm thinking Chris is on vacation drinking some fancy cocktail until he posts some chart. And I'm like, crap, well, got to add that to the dictionary, which I didn't get a chance to because I was at work. But again, I can't stress enough for everyone, don't be afraid to ask these kind of questions, to these guys. It's what we're here for. It's the whole purpose of this Discord. Use this and abuse this, I say. Never be afraid, because you think your question is basic, or you think somebody's going to say something to you or make fun of you. It's not going to happen here, especially for you new people out here. Please do not be afraid. So what I look for when I'm doing this, I just use these little boxes here. I can't find the thingamabob on here that actually you can just click on and it makes a direct line going all the way across. But what I look for is, I'm looking for, when I go to plot something, I'm looking for it to touch as many candles as possible. Like right here this stupid thing. It's been a while since I've used this. I've done a lot of stuff just on my phone, but this can be one, and I drag them all the way over. I drag them over far because they'll show up later when I'm looking at these, and also as time goes, it's something I can look back on. See, and you just hit what stands out to you is what I'm looking at. I could probably actually move this up some, or let's see. I already got the one drawn up right here. This was a big one that I followed on Roku. This was a while ago, and you could see, it's back and forth. They just kept hitting these levels. It stayed right into here until finally it broke down. And I think right in here, because I'm sure if I go to my 4-hour, I'll look at, I can look at this, and I think this is where I kind of got caught. I might have gotten a little overzealous, was expecting it to pop. I did this with Coca-Cola too, just last week. And I got bit. I didn't wait for any confirmation to come below this. And jumped in early. Luckily on this one, I think I only lost a little bit. I set my stop loss a little more than what I wanted to. But Coca-Cola, yeah, I messed up on that one. Let me bring up another one here that I got.
Real quick, Doc, since because I know you have your presentation pulled up, so you can't see chat, I'll be letting you know what's going on there. So one Canadian said hi, he's here. And then okay. Lone Wolf asks, what time frames do you use?
When I'm doing this, when I want to see far back as possible, I use the daily chart. And then once I get all my lines set up, I usually will switch over to my 4-hour and I'll start taking a closer look. This will blow up a little easier. Here, I'll do that right now for you. Again, excuse me, you guys. I'm extremely nervous doing this, and I'm used to talking in front of people. So,
you should have seen me and Kron when we first started teaching classes. Man, we would be freaking out in the DM beforehand. You're good.
Okay, but yeah, you can see it. My lines matched up pretty well when I switched. This is the 4-hour of what you're seeing right now. And you can see the lines, they come up pretty very close to how I had it on the daily. I got another one here where I believe I can plot a lot more. It's where you can see this in action. You know what? Let's bring up Spy. You know what? Let's challenge myself here. I haven't even looked at this in a long time because I typically don't trade this. Unless Richie is doing some call outs on this, and then I might take a lotto or two. Other than that, this isn't really a stock that I'll go all out on. It's not something I continuously watch. I usually pick like the weekend, I usually I'll pick like 4 stocks that I'll do this charting out to, and I'll see how it goes. And if nothing is going my way, I will sit on my hands. But again, stop loss, stop loss, stop loss. You're going to hear me say that a lot today, and I know Ronnie, I saw that you are here, and I know you will agree with me on that. And I'm sure you'll be happy to hear about this. I am not tech savvy either, by the way, so be patient, please. I'm sorry if we go over this hour time limit, but it don't matter. As the great Bob Ross would say on his little trees, we can put our little lines anywhere we want because this is my world. Just happy little lines anywhere we want. I got a few touching here. Let's see, I go to the most... I look for the ones that stick out to me right away. And later I'll go back and I'll make these a little more precise. Again, I want these to touch as many candles as possible. Like right here, I see another. And when I'm during my trades, I fall back looking at this. I zoom out to the different time frames. Like right now, I'm on the daily. So when I'm trading, I'm usually looking at the 5-minute and 3-minute. But this is, I know for the veterans out there, this has become very simple and normal for you guys to do, but I want the newer people to realize that this can really help you establish where a stock possibly could could bounce off. Can you use this by itself? Absolutely not. I want to make that very clear. You have to use, your other thingamabobs that you got on the bottom of your screen here. Like your RSI, your MACD. I'll use the 8 EMA, and I think I have the 21 EMA set up on mine, which I'm not caring too much on the 21 because if I remember correctly, I have what you call like bully blinders, I guess you can say. And when I'm looking at stuff and I will see right through everything except for what the stock's doing, I won't even see my 8 EMA. And I usually wait for my candlesticks to start climbing above that. And then, of course, I look at my RSI and MACD, but that's for another time. I know Kron's gone over some of this stuff. Like right here, look at this. See, look what this is doing. Of course, we had a big drop coming down here. Who knows what could have caused that? Powell could have been flapping his lips. Who knows? Earthquake. I don't know. But then jumps right back up. Oh, look at this. It gets right back up to the resistance line. It popped a little bit above. And that's when sometimes I get a little twitchy and I jump the gun too quick. But what saves me is that stop loss. Stop loss, stop loss, stop loss. And that's pretty much the gist. I could probably set another one right here. I mean, it's not touching a whole heck of a lot. I'm sure if I could blow this up, I'm afraid this isn't going to be clear enough for you guys to see. Because there's way more back than what I can go to and look at. But that's kind of the gist of what I just kind of look at. I'm sure some of you veterans out there will take a look at this and be like, "Hey, Doc, you're missing quite a bit there." But you know what? That's all right. I am not perfect. I am just an average guy. I do this for fun. I have my reasonings of why I do this. But I enjoy it, and I've always said, for anything that I've done in life, the minute I stop enjoying something is the minute I quit. And that's what's going to happen with my career. The minute I don't enjoy my career, I know it's time for me to retire. Obviously, I got a ways to go still. About 22 years. But, oh well, I'll deal with it. I love my job. I love the trade. I enjoy it. I enjoy helping people. I love this Discord. I mean, I've said it to Queen and Kron long ago when I first joined. You guys have got something special going on here. I mean, there's servers out there that I've joined, and they claim they teach. My fingers are up in the air, doing the thing I do here. They claim they teach, but you go to ask a question, and one, you feel like I'm a burden, and it's like, then they really don't help you out. I've heard of paid servers that, I'm sorry, a paid server I think is just a load of crap. An absolute, it's just garbage. They don't want you to learn. All they want is your monthly payment or however the heck they do it. They want your money, plain and simple. They don't care if you win or lose, unlike this server. We care, I care, I know damn well Kron and Queen and every one of these market specialists here care if you lose or if you win. Our goal, obviously, is to get you to beat the market. The market has no emotions. It don't give a crap about you. It will chew you up and spit you out. And I get a little emotional on this kind of stuff because I'm a passionate guy. I'm like that with my work. Excuse me, I need a drink. Mouth's getting dry. I'm passionate about anything I do. That's the God's honest truth. I give it 110%. I know basic stuff. That's it. I don't know terminology. My terminology, like I said before, I keep a little book that I try to jot stuff down in here. I suggest you do the same for, it's a lot to remember. It's a lot to take in. You're not going to remember all this. You learn as you go. I'm a repetitive learner. So the more I do stuff, the better I get at it. Again, these are quick jot downs for me right here. All these, this is just quick. If there wasn't a time limit for this, I'd take my sweet ass time and I'd try to get these things as perfect as possible. And again, when the candles start moving, you're gonna see stuff like this that might pop up above. And I tell you what you see right here, if this was on a 5-minute and this jumped over that much on during trading hours, you bet your ass I'm probably going to jump in and go for a put or go for a call or something like that, because I think it just broke my my resistance line there. But you know what's going to save my ass? Stop loss. Stop loss, stop loss, stop loss. You need to beat that into your head, because it's going to make the difference between you having a shit day and having a day of where you only lost a little bit. I mean, if you're buying a $20 contract, set it for $5. If it's $100, set it for 20, 10, 15. This is where I'm going to get into a little bit of risk management. I know this was supposed to be a lot on supply and demand. I mean, support and resistance, excuse me. If I say that a lot, it's my brain is just overgoing right here. Some risk management that I go by. My motto is get in, get up, and get out. That I have, since I started trading, because I'm a day trader / scalper, I guess you could say. Well, scalper sounds like I'm selling you tickets outside of an arena or something like that. So we're going to say I'm a day trader. That's what I do. And I do this while I'm working. I'm the boss, so I get a little more free time, I guess. Go hide around by a tree or in my office, and I can do a little bit of this. That's why I'm on during the day. I don't do this for a living. This is for fun for me. So yeah, get in, get up, get out. I really stress this as a day trader. Swing trading, a little different. I really want to learn to swing trade. I don't know how the heck you guys do it. I get too twitchy. I mean, I see something going south and I get twitchy, and I don't like it. I don't like to lose money, but it's happened. It's the name of the game. It's gonna happen. Rule number 1 for me, for risk management wise, don't rush into a trade. Do not do that. Y'all better be paying attention to as well, because I got a goofy quiz for you. Unorthodox, just like I mentioned at the start. This is all unorthodox from what you've all seen. I'm hoping you're all enjoying this and you're not thinking, damn, well, boy, he's really blowing this. What an idiot. He's going to be real good for classes, and he's real going to be good for the server. So yeah, don't rush into a trade. Take your time. I'm telling you, be patient. You'll get bit if you're not precise like how some of these other guys are. I'm still learning to be more precise. I know it will come with time, even though I've been doing options for, I don't know, probably a few years maybe. I've been trading for maybe 5, 6, I don't know, something around there. I lose track of time. My rule number 2, and you've already heard this a few times, stop loss, stop loss, stop loss. This is what can define a trader. You're probably going to hear me say it 5 more times by the time class is over with. Good, because everyone needs to hear it. That's what's going to save your butt. I'm not joking when I say this. Ronnie, I know you agree with me on this for risk management. Rule number 3 of mine, don't get greedy. Oh boy, I can tell you how many times I've been greedy and I watched a green trade go red and I just, it's frustrating. Don't get greedy. I always have a percentage that I shoot for based off my charts. Does it always work that way? Absolutely freaking not. It just, again, I'm an average trader. 15 to 30%. I'll shoot for. I'm sure you've seen it numerous times in chat when I post what I've done. 15, 12, 32, 3,160% on the earnings for NVIDIA. Yeah, that was a fun one. Biggest percentage I've ever had. I will always remember that percent, 3,160%. If you expect that to happen all the time, you need to get your head examined, which I probably should on mine anyhow. But don't expect huge percents all the time. Things happen. Rule number 4. Oh, I've seen people getting in trouble with this. Don't spend more than you can afford. Please. This can be dangerous. This is not for the faint of heart. I always say if you haven't started trading yet and you want to, please paper trade. I think every single brokerage app, or whatever the hell you call these things, offer paper trading. TOS, Thinkorswim, has it. It's a good platform. It's what I use. I have the Moo, and Weeble on my phone as well, and I'll go back and look at their charts because they do offer, I guess I would say, some better stuff. Yeah, they got some better stuff on there that maybe TOS don't have. Charts, and they got this flow thing on there on the Moo. I don't know how well that actually looks. I don't pay attention to that because I usually bug Sply Art, and don't be afraid to bug him for the flow. That's some good stuff, you guys. So yeah, don't get in over your heads, please. It's one of the worst things you can do. 'Cause man, I feel bad when that happens. In my opinion, this isn't a get rich quick deal. Slow and steady wins the race. Like I said earlier, I have certain goals that I have set in place for myself and what I plan on using this money for. And also at the end of the year, be sure to, whatever you take out, be sure to set a little aside for taxes. If you have a good year, you're going to be paying. But just keep that in mind. I kind of think that's kind of really all I wanted to go over on some of this. I mean, unless you guys want me to bring up some other stuff and watch me plot some happy little lines on the screen, I'm more than happy to do that. I don't know where we're at on time here. I did prepare, I guess you can call it a motivation speech for all of you guys, because I know how this can get tough. Nobody likes to lose. Unless there's some questions right now that maybe somebody has, Queen, or we can do the quiz on this, or I can read this speech to you. I think the veterans would even appreciate this speech as well. Y'all can hear me, right? I hope I wasn't talking to myself.
No, we can hear you. We were in chat talking about stop losses. So they wanted to know what how you do your stop losses.
Well,
Which we were trying to explain to them that everyone is different. Everybody has different risk management, and risk tolerance. But they wanted to know how you do yours.
What the rule of thumb that I go by, 15 to 20% stop loss. That can, if I'm doing a $20 contract, and if I'm just doing a single one, I'll set it to $5-6. I know that's over 15-20%. I have a little more leg room, I guess you can say, on my account, and sometimes I'll take a little extra risk. So if you're doing a $100 contract, I'd set it 20%, $20. If you get into it and you're kind of like, it gets going and it's looking kind of iffy, bump it to 10. Some of these, like SPY on the day, it's the reason why I hate SPY. You want to talk about a bipolar freaking stock. Oh my God. Sometimes this thing moves slow on certain days. And I think it's usually Fridays, other than the start at 9:30 Eastern time, which is what I'm on. It's like a freaking roller coaster. You can't set a stop loss on that. So a little word of advice on that one, don't trade till 10 o'clock. Wait a half hour, 45 minutes. But other than that, if it's not swinging crazily and you got a little more confidence in your trade, keep it at $20. If you're not confident in it and it's not swinging so damn much, set it to $10 or $15. I look at it as, all right, I got $200 worth of contracts. What am I willing to lose? And all depending on my mood that day, it might be $40. It could be $30. But 9 times out of 10, I do 20%. It's really up to you guys. I know sometimes, I know this is on the daily, but sometimes, maybe between this support line or this resistance, maybe resistance between the resistance here and support here, maybe it's 1.5 points. So if you got a delta of $50, well, if that moves half a point, that's $25. So you can kind of judge it on there. If the candles are kind of moving small, stick it to that $20 mark. It's up to you guys. But that's what I do. Sometimes I'm wrong. That I'll be in it for 3 minutes and all of a sudden, wham, stop loss hit, and it's like shit. But oh well, you know what? If I didn't have the stop loss there, it could have gone way down. It could have looked like this right here. Say if you're looking at the 5 minute here, and say I entered a call right here, and it went up. Things are looking good. Oh yeah, I'm jolly happy. I'm going. And all of a sudden, some of these stocks move quick, but I've had it happen. So again, it's up to you guys. I don't mean to ramble on.
No, you're good.
This is cool. Perfect. This is cool.
That's perfect. Perfectly said. Just like everyone has their own trading style, everyone has their own stop loss. Some can risk more than others. When we say risk tolerance, that means Khan got more money than me. He can afford to lose more than I can, right?
Yep. So exactly.
We got different risk tolerance, so that's what differs.
And guys too. There's plenty of stocks out there where you can buy one strike out of the money, and they're $25. Sometimes they're cheaper than that. Sometimes they're $14. Look at Ford. That's actually a perfect example. Or Lucid. you guys saw I made a little money off that last week. Those were cheap contracts. And I said it the day they got that Ashton Martin contract there. I said $7 by Friday. And, oh, man, I was so happy because I do own stock in that, so it was nice to see a little bit of that red number, get a little smaller. That CEO is so crooked, by the way. So, but, yeah, I mean, again, there's stocks out there that contracts are big. And you might have to buy farther out of the money, but that's where, that decision is up to you. It's what you are willing to risk. If I spend $50 on a contract, I ask myself right off the get-go, okay, if this goes south, what am I willing to lose? If I've won some money that week, I might make it 30%. At $50, I may be willing to lose, $20 off of it. But just don't go chasing crap. You'll hear more about the chase in a little while here. Any more questions out there? Don't be shy. I'm telling you. Hit me.
Nope, not
Don't
too
make
many
it.
questions as
Okay.
of yet.
Aw, come on. I'm not boring you guys, am I? Hope not. This is supposed to be kind of fun and different, and hoping to get some laughs out of y'all. And I put a lot of thought into this stuff.
No, you're good, man. You're making me laugh.
Good. Hey, as long as one person laughed, hey, I'm happy. All right. Well, if there aren't any more questions, I'll give you guys the choice. Do you want to hear a little bit of a motivation speech? I think this is good for veterans and beginners and everyone in between, or we can go right to the quiz. It's up to you guys.
Speech.
Speech?
Before that, Ponders Nichols has a question for you.
Oh, go ahead.
How do you fight greed?
How do I fight greed? When you see green go to red, that's how you fight greed. No, that's tough. That's where trusting your charts, trusting your RSI, MACD, whatever it is you use, I guess kind of riding the storm, because things just don't move up and down. I mean, you can see on my screen right here. I mean, look, this comes way down, comes up, and it just kept going down. So this is where I stick to with rule number 3 of mine: don't get greedy. 15 to 30%. So even if, okay, I bought a stock or a contract, I get to that 15% mark, I'm looking at, I'll tell you, I look at my RSI and the MACD. That RSI is up there it's getting close to that 70. I start getting a little twitchy. I don't like to lose. Like I said, I have a purpose of why I do this. Other than having fun, it's just a mad rush for me. See that RSI get up there, getting close to 70. Not saying that it can't bust above it, because it sure as hell can. Just like when it gets below 30, it can go way below 30. So if it's at 30%, I see it reaching the 70 RSI, I'll sell. Unless it's a strong, you see something like this happen. That's a pretty strong uptrend. This is a very strong uptrend. Again, this is just an example. This is just on the daily. I'd be looking at the 5-minute right now. Actually, you know what? Let me see. This shows up so screwed up on here. I hate technology and these stupid computers. Give me 2 seconds. Let me find it. All right. Here is the 5 minute. Yeah. Look at that. I don't know what time this is starting at. I don't have all of my gizmos and whatchamajigs all set up here, so I couldn't really tell you if this is during market hours. I mean, you're seeing stuff like this, you know, you got to be careful of that one big red candle right there. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more so you guys got a better view. Here we go. Okay. This might be off trading hours. Yeah, this might be after hours. I think my shaded areas. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay. All right here. All right, well, here's a good little example. These two candles scare the crap out of me because you really don't know what the hell's happening. And most likely this is within the first half hour of trading, which is why I typically don't do it unless I'm going in quick for 30 seconds and I'm getting out. But it starts swinging up, you know, and then all of a sudden, wham. Well, at that point, I bet you the RSI up on that one's pretty high. So I'm most likely going to exit and take my green, you know, at 10%, 30%, I don't care. And then look, it falls back down. Of course, this is easy for me to show because I've already seen it and you know what's happening. It's a little different when there ain't nothing in front of you. You know, if you're right here during trading hours, there ain't nothing going this way. So it's a lot easier for me to say, oh yeah, you know, going back down. It's tough.
But maybe that's where your conviction comes in on the 30%, you know, profit taking with a high RSI. Does that?
Yeah. Like I said, I get nervous. So, and also when I see these big green candles, because I've been burned by them before. You know, okay, here's a good green candle, but look at that. Even bigger. That's a bearish engulfing candle if I've ever seen one. And I mean, boom, boom. I mean, you're dead.
Yeah.
That's how many is that? What are that? Well, 437.25 down to 435.5. You can kiss that contract goodbye. So I'm more cautious on stuff like that, I guess you can say. Now, here's my biggest stinking problem. I can't always follow my own damn advice. Terrible about that. I am great on giving people advice. Especially outside with people that have problems, but my own stinking problems, I can't follow my own damn advice. So I give you, I tell you my risk management rules, but do I follow them? I'm fucking terrible. It's just how I am. I am bullheaded. I want to succeed, but after you lose so much money, you start to learn a little bit, and you start following your own rules. Unfortunately, sometimes people got to learn the hard way. I can only get kicked in the nuts so many times before I actually start listening to myself. And I've been kind of doing that lately. So, I just, like I said, get in, get up, get out. And
it's so nice to hear, though, that how important the stop loss is, because I'm really new at this, and you know, I want the big baboom, and for me to hear you say, listen, you know, take your 20 or 30 and go, man. Don't.
Yep. And what you'll also see too, even when you take that 30%, say you took it here after this candle. Well, guess what? You just ran up, but you got out. Who cares?
Right.
What if after this candle, it all of a sudden did this? Right. Now you're screwed. That's what I fear, especially when you're playing Spy. Spy will do that to you. She's a dick. Who is this, by the way?
UPS guy.
Oh yeah, okay. I've been saying, great job with the cost contracts you had, man. Kick ass. I love seeing that. Good for you, bud.
Oh, thank you. You know, I wish it was based on rules and conviction, but it was more luck than anything, to be honest.
Well, hey, my NVIDIA earnings call was nothing but luck. So, hey, this doesn't hurt to have a little bit of luck. I mean,
yeah, right.
Sometimes, I mean, even a blind squirrel will find the nuts once in a while.
Hey, let me tell you though, as I was going through it, I just joined this group a few days ago, and so I
Yep.
had some questions about the Costco. I put it out there, and I'm not kidding you, man. Like I got 3 or 4
Got a lot of responses quick, didn't you?
Oh my god! You know what that did for my It just made me.
Confidence?
Yes, and it was awesome, man. And then I was at, you know what? I feel good. I'm gonna ride this, and if it doesn't work out, oh well. If it does, at least I made a decision not just based on my craziness, but the craziness of others too. You know what I mean? That know
Yep.
what they're doing. That know what they're doing.
Yep. As you go on, the more and more, I don't know how long you've been doing this, but the more and more you go on doing this, it's kind of like, you go to school for something, they teach you so much in the classroom, but when you actually get out there in the field, man, you're going to run into a lot of different crap that they never taught you. My field of expertise, I'm a golf course superintendent. You can have all the school in the world, but I'll tell you what, you get out into that damn field, it's a little different. So you learn by mistakes. I have learned a million different ways of how not to take care of a golf course, just like I have learned. Well, I've probably learned over a million different ways on how not to trade. I can tell you that.
Got you.
And eventually you do learn, but I hope it's before you decide that this isn't for you because you lost so much and you quit trading.
Oh no.
Man, I hate seeing that. That's why I have these rules in place and why I want people to use stop losses, because they are so important. It can mean the difference of you losing $20 instead of $80, the whole contract or whatever. And 0 days to expiry contracts, be very, very careful, people. Man, they get eaten up quick. I don't always take them. I will take some here and there from Richie's call outs. I've been pretty good with those. I've definitely made some money off his call outs. There have been times where I'm sure Richie doesn't care that I did this. I know this won't offend him. He's a great guy. But sometimes I will buy, 5 to a week out on the expiration, just so the theta and all that crap just don't start eating me up. And if I see something like I did it with a put, I don't know if it was last Friday going into Monday or whenever the heck it was. I got into one and I was like, oh man, okay, I see what Richie's seeing, and the flow was coming in, and it just wasn't moving. I was like, you know what? I got 5 more days on this contract, on this put. I'm gonna ride it out. So I started figuring out, all right, well, if it drops, a buck come the next trading day, I think what did I spend? $125, I think, on the contract, and the theta, I think, was, I don't know, maybe $10, $9 or something like that, and I was already down, I think, 10. So I was like, all right, you know what? The market was kind of booming today. SPY was up pretty good, and this is what you shouldn't do: is just go with your heart. You'll hear the phrase, trade the chart and not your heart. 9 times out of 10, that saying is 100% true. I got lucky though, but luckily it came down, and I think I walked out of there. I think I made like $30 off that, which I'm perfectly fine with. If I make $5, I don't care. That's $5 I didn't have.
I think that's something really good to point out, Doc.
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone is doing a call out, and you're seeing what they're seeing, and so or either you're seeing what they're seeing the way they trade, or you're seeing what they're seeing the way you trade. You're in agreement, and you enter the trade, and they're doing 0 days. That doesn't mean you need to do 0
Yes.
days. You further out.
Exactly.
I'll give you a good
And-
example.
Go ahead.
I'll give you a good example. Queen was in a trade with somebody like 2 days ago, I think, or something, and this and this is not a bad thing or a dig on anybody, but it just goes to conviction. This person was calling it one way, and Queen saw it the other way, and she went with her conviction, and it paid off for her. Uh, I think that's what you're saying right now. Like, we can the call outs can be solid, good call outs, but if you, like you're saying, Doc, instead of doing a zero ODTE, you go out a little farther. Well,
Yep, I'm going to pay a little more money though.
Yeah.
Because those 0 days expirations, they are cheap. It may cost, depending on when the hell it is, it may be $60, but I may go and have to pay 180 for that same strike.
Right.
But you got to be careful too, because sometimes when Richie calls those out, he's looking at the fast movers. He's a day trader or scalper. God, I hate that word scalper. I'm not a ticket seller. I'm sticking to the day trading stuff. I'm a day trader. He's a day trader, so sometimes we're in a trade for 3 minutes. I've been in trades for 30 seconds. The $5 getters is what I get off those. Again, it's fine as long as you're making money. It doesn't matter. But
I think where I was going was like, yeah, you can have a call out, and God bless them, because I need them. I really need them, in my young trading career. But with that said, sometimes you have to go off with your conviction, or you have to, say, I'm not willing to lose the money that I have, because maybe they have, more money or less money. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep, I know exactly what you mean. One thing I always tell people, I even tell this to my new employees, is never be afraid to ask for help. Never be afraid to ask a question. Because what can happen is you can get yourself in more trouble if you don't ask.
Right.
Especially if you're unsure of everything. Never be afraid to ask for help. I said it earlier. This is why we do this. I mean, none of us that are involved with this server get any money for this. I don't want any. I'm here out of the, goodness of just my reward is helping people. That's what I like to do. So if I can save somebody from doing something stupid, again, I'm not perfect. These guys like Canadian, Whisper, Chris MP, Standard. These guys are freaking. I mean, I joked before that I'm Rain Man. These guys are Rain Man. These guys have. I know they've spent years and years and years learning this stuff. Their brains absorb way more than what I could ever absorb. So these guys know what's happening. But again, sometimes people are wrong. Not every call out you're gonna win. It's just the way it works, and that's why your stop losses are so important.
Yes.
They make a huge difference.
Yes.
Don't underestimate yourself, Doc. You're amazing, and I'm looking forward to hearing your speech.
Oh, okay. All right. I think Ronnie will appreciate this. So there are some. There will be some. In fact, let me get back into chat here. See if I can figure out how to do this. I'm gonna stop the streaming. All right, there we go. Now I can see stuff going on. I can see if anybody's making fun of me in chat here. Where's Kron's name at? I'm sure he's got a couple smart ass things to say. Nope. Okay, you're good. You're safe. All right, here we go.
Hey, wait, what happened to me? Shit.
Oh, did I miss something? We're good? Okay. I know in the world of trading, things get We have good days. We have good weeks. And there are the bad. A lot of times the bad days can take over and even wipe out an entire good month. This has happened to me on a number of occasions. And why? Well, it's simple. I didn't have a plan, and I didn't follow my own rules. There's nothing worse than making a bad entry and watch it sink. Again, I'm not perfect. I will sit there and fight with myself saying, if I sell, I know it will bounce back up. I keep waiting and waiting as I watch that red number grow bigger and bigger till I've waited so long that 90% of that contract is gone. What you feel, you are not alone. I can assure you that. I know how you feel. I know what you're thinking as that red number gets bigger and bigger. Well, now you're looking for a bounce to just minimize the bleeding and save a little. Again, I've been there, but it never bounces. That red number gets bigger and bigger. Now the contract is worthless. Say to yourself, you dumb mother beep beep. Now your head is emotionally wrecked. And what do you do? Tell you what you did, or what did you do? I'll tell you what you did. You bought back in case. I screwed up my writing here. You bought back in because your judgment is now clouded. You want to get some of that money back. I know you guys have been there. You never checked your charts. You never checked your indicators. That stock just kept going in the wrong direction. That red number just keeps getting bigger and bigger. We have all been there. You are not alone. You're wondering, why am I even trading? I'm just losing money. You didn't have a plan. You broke the rules. This is why stop loss, stop loss, stop loss. Who cares if your stop loss hits, then rockets to the moon? But what if it didn't moon and it fell to the floor? No big red number, just what you chose to lose. Predetermined number that you put forth willing to lose, that you patiently created using the tools you have learned. The most experienced trader has felt these same emotions at some point in time. This is what defies them. This is what makes them great. They learn from their mistakes. They make rules. They learn when not to chase a trade, when not to anticipate the direction of the market based off their hearts or crap news or chatter. What gives them the edge is they have a plan, and most of all, a goal that drives their motivation. Why do you guys trade? What is your goal? I'm asking a question here, and this is the non-joking around Doc. This is serious me. Okay, why do you trade? What is your goal? Your motivation? I want to see some answers from all of you. This is important. I'll give you guys.
I trade because I want to try to get my 50,000 back.
You lost 50,000?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yes, sir. Sure did. But I didn't have a plan. I didn't have stop losses. And that's over a matter of like a year and a few months.
Okay.
And
It's a lot of money to lose.
yes, it is.
Now, before you lost that, kind of goal did you have set for yourself? Like,
None.
did you have none?
None.
Well, other than just make some money. I see travel, freedom.
Well, I followed a group of people that kind of pumped up a stock, and I got involved in the chatter, and we were all going to the moon, and we were going to party on Mars, and then it went that fast.
You know, I mean that's why this can be dangerous.
It really can.
If you're not careful.
I'm not saying that I'm a baller. I just have that kind of money to lose because I don't.
No, I get it.
But thankfully, I've kind of planned throughout my life, and I've got some, but I still hate that kind of money. Is like that devastated me.
Yeah, and you're probably trying to win it all at once.
Yes,
going in large. Yeah.
Yes.
Slow and steady wins the race, man. This isn't a get rich quick game at all. The market has no emotion. It doesn't care about you. It wants your money. That's it. That's just the way it works.
Can I ask?
Yeah, go ahead.
They said, I see a lot of answers in chat. Freedom, 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 freedom. Can I get more specifics?
Well, here. Let me give you guys.
Can I get specifics from the people, because they're saying when you ask them, Doc, why do they trade? They're just saying freedom. Can I get more specifics from y'all?
Yeah, like help a family member out. Gift for your parents for putting up with your ass. Doing something nice, something that motivates you to want to learn this and to do good. Just I don't want to hear I'm doing this to get rich, because I don't think that's going to work out that well. You need a real motivation, something that really drives you. It just like a passion of something. That's why you do this. Paying off debts. That's good. I hope you're not relying on the market for it. If to pay your bill or not pay a bill, I hope you got extra money put away. Want to be my own boss. I wake up and work the market if I choose. Okay, not bad.
I'll chime in. That's okay.
Just want to make money, Canadian.
Now I'm seeing, these are more specific answers, because y'all just saying freedom, freedom, freedom. That doesn't, when you're trading, you're just thinking, I just want freedom. I just want freedom. No, think about why you're doing it. And that's going to help you with your risk management, because you're going to say, where was it, Mr. Pondersicles? Because you had the question, the big question about risk management. I want to be able to provide for my family. I want to be able to provide for. You just said the same thing twice. Okay. I want to be able to provide for my family. So think about that when you're thinking about your risk management. Do you want to lose it all and not be able to provide for them, or do you want to be able to provide for them? And the only way you're going to be able to do that is taking the wins and letting the losses go. So think about that when you're doing your risk management, and that's going to help you handle it. Everyone, think about your reasonings there instead of, I just want freedom. That's a broad spectrum right there. Me, I don't want to be rich. I think money is the root of all evil. I don't want to be rich.
No, I agree.
I want to be able to pay my bills. And, if I go to Walmart or JCPenney or something, and my kids are with me like, oh, Mom, I want this outfit, or I want that outfit. And I'm not talking about Docholladay and shit like that, because negative. You want that stuff, go to college, buy your own. But, hey, Mom, I want this, whatever. Be able to buy it for them, Hey, go on camping trip in the summer, or Mom, they're having the senior trip. It's $1,000, stuff like that. I want to be able to just live comfortably and be able to give my kids that extra stuff. Not I don't mean extra by, Michael Kors and Dolce & Gabbana and blah, blah, blah. They earn that when they grow up. They can do that shit if that's what they want. But, I just want to be able to give my kids that stuff. I don't want to be like, fuck, rent is due and, oh my God, and blah, blah, blah. I just want to be able to pay my bills with ease. I want to be able to be in the store and my daughters are like, Mommy, I want this, and be able to get it for them. I want to be able to travel. It's so sad that so many people live their entire lives and they never leave the state where they're at. I want to be able to go and see some of the world. And guess what? When I go and see the world, I don't need to stay at, the most fancy, smanchy hotel and stuff. I'm happy just going and seeing, right? So that's why I do it. And so I keep that in my mind. I don't need those huge dollars because I don't want that type of life, right? Money is the root of all evil to me. I just want to be comfortable and pay my bills and have a little extra, do some other things. So think about that when you're thinking about your risk management. Because I didn't see anybody here say I want to be a millionaire. So why the hell are you worrying about them big ass numbers?
All right. See, I've had it backwards ever since that big loss. I'm like, okay, you son of a bitch, I'm gonna win twice as much back from you because you took 50 from me. I'm gonna win 100 back. And
Ooh,
so,
revenge trading. That never
yeah,
works.
Yeah, that never works.
yeah, I mean,
I've done it.
and so I paid for a paid subscription and this and that, and I need to just to hear like what Queen just said and what you're saying, Doc, is like stop losses, have a plan, like good stuff, man. And I do like trading. I really do. Like after
Good.
such a big loss, yeah, I was down for a few months and I was like, oh my gosh, and blah blah blah. But I really like this game. I don't know a lot about it, obviously, but I know enough that I think I finally found a good group. Thank you, Rob P. And now I just really want to learn, grow, have a plan, learn to read the charts better. Like now, I'm really trying to get away from that revenge trading and get more into the okay, this is fun, but yeah, I do want to make some money to do the things that Queen just said instead of you bastard, I'm gonna get my money back from you that you took. Like
Yep.
it's crazy.
I even posted in chat a few weeks ago because I lost some money on Spy and I said I was going to get revenge on it. Well, little did everybody know that I probably lost the same amount that I lost it trying to get revenge on it the day before. So it just your mind gets clouded. You don't follow your own rules. You don't take your time, and you end up getting bit in the butt.
Yeah.
For me, my goal is not very big. The amount of money that I shoot for, I'm not gonna lie, I shoot to make $80 a month. That's my goal. $960 for the year. Whether that happens or not, but my motivation, if you're a parent, I know some people in here are kind of young, but if you're a parent, I think you're gonna understand this. See if I can keep my emotions down because I'm thinking about it and it's choking me up. My favorite time of the year is Christmas. Love snow. I love Christmas trees. My family has had a tradition. We go and cut down our tree every year. I'm in Michigan here, so we get pretty gnarly winters. But me and my wife, we have a set budget to spend on the kids. We really don't do a lot for ourselves for Christmas because if for her and I, it's if we want something, we'll go out and buy it. We usually do a little quirky stuff for each other, but it's my kids. There's been a few different times early in my career when I was just an assistant superintendent, not making a lot of money, and she's struggling, not making the most money either, and money was kind of tight, and and we weren't able to get our kids really what we wanted. But as obviously as I progressed through my career, I was making more money. But one thing I've been doing the last few years is I pull about an extra $400 or $500 out of my trading account and go get a few different things for the kiddos. Before it was just my one daughter. I have two daughters now, 9 and 2, And yes, it's a COVID baby. There wasn't much to do during that time, but BBS, and that's booze, boredom, and sex. So I think you can only relate on that one. But anyhow, there's nothing better as a parent, Christmas morning, you know, kids opening up gifts, and all of a sudden they get to those extra gifts that I had that extra money for, and watch them open that Nintendo Switch or whatever it was we got for them, and just the look on their face is priceless. It's an image. This is getting me.
God
The
bless.
look on the look on their face is priceless. And you never forget it. So that's I apologize.
No, you're good.
That's my motivation. And
Nah,
it drives me like no other. I'm bullheaded as it is. I'm not a person to give up. I go at it 100%. That's just me, but seeing
That's
my
right.
kids Christmas morning opening those gifts, man, I mean it melts me up. It feels good. So anytime I have a rough day on the market, I just think of my kids.
nice.
That's my motivation. That's what drives me, you all. That's what keeps me going during the toughest times where you lose some money that you didn't plan on losing. So that's what I mean by motivation, your drive. That's something like that.
How old are how old are the little guys?
9 and 2. I got 2 daughters.
Yeah, I got a 4-year-old stepson, and it's crazy. All the toys Grandma and everybody bought. We had bought a new dryer, and the dryer box was the best gift of all.
Right?
You know,
It's funny how things work out like that.
yep, I know what you mean. So, actually, I do have a quiz here. I don't know how many people we still have left online here. I don't know if you guys want to do this quiz or what. Is Danglewood even on today?
Absolutely, go for the quiz.
All right. The unorthodox quiz. Question number 1. What is the number one thing to do first when trying to establish your support and resistant lines? I meant like drawing your lines and how you draw your lines, y'all. What's the first thing you do to find those lines?
The highs, the lows. I look for my
Yeah.
trend lines. I look for my golden pocket.
Yes.
Oh, so on the quiz part, the only way
Hold
you
on.
can typing
Let's
section.
see.
Not everybody feels comfortable speaking, so for the quiz, you can only answer in the typing section.
Oh, I'm sorry. Apologize.
No, you're good. You didn't know. You didn't know. You're good, love.
Looks like, yeah, Dave. It looks like Davy Jones has got it. Zoom left. It's actually zoom out and look left. This is what I was more worried about was the quiz that I made if I fucked that up. You got somebody keeping score here? Or do you need me to? Okay. All right. Number 2. Hope you remember from when I first talked here. What's my main motto? Doc's motto. My motto, not rules. Oh, and Yodo. Yeah, right. Oh, the farm girl, she got it. She's
Yep.
heard me say it a lot. Get in,
Yep.
get up, get out. I'll give that to her. I didn't think I made these that hard. Actually, I was expecting. I was afraid I was going to make them too easy. Say number 3. If price falls below support line, that level will become what? Most likely become what? Holy, there we go. That's what the response I was looking for. Look at them just rolling. I see Rob P for resistance. Is that what you all are seeing? An Elliott wave.
Yep.
All right, number 4. In 2 words, why is risk management so important? You guys are quick with the stop loss deal. Boy, maybe I beat it into your heads too much.
Fuck yeah, you have them saying SL left and right. Yes,
I
baby.
agree. I think it's come up every single time.
Yes.
Kron, you better not be calling me
Fuck
Tariq.
yes.
I love it.
All right. Shit, we got a couple. See, minimize loss was the answer I had. So
If you
who's
feel
close
like
to that?
multiple people jumped in with like if there's 2 top answers and they're both kind of what you were looking for, whatever.
Speedy
we can
guys,
do.
Speedy God's
Speedy God.
close. UPS guys close. Danglewood,
Well,
Danglewood,
did
you're
they
lucky.
jump-
I got the keys of the kingdom. You're lucky I ain't taking this quiz because I'd smoke you in this one at least. Seems like you're slow on the keyboard too, which is unlike you. I'm just
Okay,
kidding, bud.
we can give the Speedy God UPS guy in Danglewood since it's not, we'll
No,
give the
Danglewood's got stale. I don't know if I'll accept that.
Now, not everybody who gets it right gets a point, but sometimes if the wording
Okay.
is, blah blah blah, we can give it to
All right. Hopefully, I don't
more than
botch this up first time doing this stuff.
No, you're good. You're doing
All
awesome.
right. Number 5. Let's see. What's our where's our points at here? Where's everyone at?
I'm getting it
Yeah,
right
look at
now. I'm getting it right now.
Next answer is 52.
There we go. There's your points.
Okay. So I only got one more question, but I also have a tiebreaker question. But all right, we'll go number 5 here. True or false? When using support and resistance, you are 100% safe and effective using this by itself. Lord, you got 2.
We're not counting answers that came until after he said the question. When did you? I can't. Oh.
It's false. You can't just use it by itself.
I think that's gonna be UPS guy.
Yeah.
Because Asen and Danglewood cheaters.
Yeah, he's got both on there. Probably as soon as I said true or false, he put them both in.
Kason, you said it before you finished the. But
I said
I'm not surprised.
Oh,
Unless
okay.
he's hacking into the cameras on here to
shoot.
see this stuff. All right. So we still had a tie here. We tied up with
Nope.
everybody.
Nope, we have a winner, UPS guy, if I
Okay.
believe.
All right.
Because Oh wait, false. Kaysen and wait, where are we at? Danglewood
UPS, I
put both.
see at
Peter,
2.
Kaysen was wrong. It's not true. It's false. So UPS guy got that. Yeah. So it looks like
Okay.
UPS guy wins today.
All right, perfect. Because I had a tiebreaker question just in case. It was a tough one, too.
Congratulations, your first class, and you won the quiz.
Wow, thank you guys.
Now, for future classes, I'll try to help out as much as possible. I may not always have to be able to do the class. My job does require. I'm married to my job, I guess you could say. So I want to help you and Kron out as much as possible. I think what I'll do is I'll try getting some of our other guys that want to try doing a class as well. Maybe take a little stress off you and Kron there, Queen. This was the most comfortable thing that I felt comfortable doing, to where I don't completely make myself look like an ass, which hopefully I didn't do too bad of a job today. I really hope everyone enjoyed this. I wanted this to be fun as most. Whoa.
Well, I need to announce our $300 winner.
I got big thunder boomers out here.
Give me 1 second, because I'm double checking something. Okay, so for this quarter, so we monthly. If you have the most quiz wins in the month, the first 2 months of the quarter, if you have the most quiz wins each month, you get $100. The one with the most quiz wins gets $100. The third month of each quarter, we don't give a monthly win, we give a quarterly win, who has the most quiz wins for the quarter. And so we have Danglewood with 5 quiz wins this quarter, and we have Sned Trades with 4 quiz wins this quarter.
Wow.
Give me 1 second. Danglewood, check your DM. No, give me 1 second.
Hey, I'll just say this, Doc, just as it being my first class, like I really needed to hear this, so thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Hey, if it just reached you, man, I'm happy. I was really nervous about doing this. I'm used to speaking in front of people. I'm just not used to speaking in front of a computer, and then on trading. I've never done this before. So I'm not like I said right off the get go. I'm no different from you, man. I'm still learning. There's only so much that I know. There's only a few different things that I use. It works. Sometimes it don't work. So I figured this was, honestly, I pretty much picked the easiest thing to kind of do. Because they're like I said before, my vocabulary for this stuff it's crap.
I don't know, man. I got everything that you were putting down, and I really needed to hear it. Like,
Okay, sorry, I was going back checking through all of the things to make sure we had it right. So yep, Danglewood is our winner with 5 quiz wins, and Snap was runner up, very close. So I'm loving it. Y'all are doing so good. Congratulations,
Awesome.
Danglewood.
Yeah, congrats, you guys.
that's Danglewood.
Man, he's been on fire. He is unstoppable. See, if I was taking the quiz today, I had the upper hand. I had the keys to the kingdom. I had that thing right in front of me. Danglewood, I would have had your number today. But this is the kind of stuff I like to do. My goal is just to make people laugh all the time. I want everyone to have a good time. It's just my personality. I've always been a big jokester, I guess you can say. I mean, I think I do plenty of it in chat. and it's just me. I want people to smile. So I hope you all enjoyed it.
Yes, I did. Very, very good, sir.
Thank you.
Well, y'all have a good rest of your Sunday. I appreciate all of you. You're all awesome. Be on the lookout for some announcements. Danglewood, you kick ass and you're amazing, an amazing person. And we will see y'all next Sunday. And before Holly jumps my butt, we will see y'all tomorrow on, if you can make it, on our Twitter Monday space call. Even though Twitter's being an a-hole right now. But we have our space call every Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern.
I'm always in bed.
And then also be on the lookout, for DD for Dummies and Apes for Change calls if you're on Twitter. And then we'll see you next Sunday, and we'll see you tomorrow for the market.
Alrighty.
Have a good day.
Thank you,
Have a
guys.
good one, you guys.
You did amazing, Doc.
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I loved it.
Yep. Bye, guys.
All right, I'm gonna go watch the golf tournament. So
There you
you guys all take care.
go. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.